Hey guys, it's me again, and today we have a special episode. We're doing a 250 subscriber special. I'm sorry if the echoes, the volume's especially bad since I'm currently in my shower. Anyway, let's get straight onto it. So these two are my pet turtles. They're red-eared sliders. The bigger one, this one, is called Clop. Say hi. Say hi. Turn around. Say hi. Okay. And this one's called Clip. They're both females, as you can tell by the claw on the front of their legs. Ooh, okay. And I've had these two ever since I was in primary school, or as you'd call it, elementary school. They've been with me for nearly a decade now. So yeah, they're quite special. Anyway, right now I'm changing their water. They don't usually live in this tub. It's because of the recent pandemic that I had to bring them into the house. They usually live in a little pond area. Let me see if I can find a photo. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic and the lockdown that happened like what, half a year ago. Wow, it's been so long. We were forced to not go out for 3 months, and since there was no way to feed them for 3 months, we decided to bring them up here to the house inside. And they've just been with us here ever since. Anyway, I'm gonna go get to the cleaning of the water. So yeah. And the water is clean. Anyway, right now I'm about to feed them. Clip has to always eat first because she's the smaller one, and I'm afraid that if I were to put Clip and Clop if I were to feed both of them at the same time, Clop would always get the majority of the food. So here we have, this is actually just fish pellets. Yeah, I know there's supposedly turtle pellets. They're not supposed. I know there are turtle pellets that is specifically designed for feeding turtles, but I find my turtles eat the fish pellets just fine, and I do supplement them with superworms and occasionally cabbage and lettuce and even pechay. Although they don't like the last one very much. I feed them about 4 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays and Saturdays. I do this because they've been gaining a little bit of fat for a while now from overeating. As you can see, lots of blubber. You can see like excess fat on its body. It's okay, girl. You're still very beautiful. Sorry, for red-eared sliders, they're still considered pretty young. 8 years, they could live up to 40. So they are about 1/5 to 1/4 way through their lives. So it's still pretty young. Okay, now that Clip is completely done with her share of the food, so I'm gonna drip her off a little bit and get Clop over because it's her turn to get some food in her system. All right, are you excited? I can't tell. Let's go. Drop her in. She's instantly going for that little bit of leftovers that Clip had. Okay, while I was pouring some food for Clop, she already mopped up all of the leftovers, but yeah. A fun fact about red-eared sliders is that they can't actually eat food on land. The way they swallow their food is that they suck the water in and then have the food go down their throats whole. If it's too big, like for example superworms, they would use their beaks to crush it into smaller chunks before swallowing it. But because if they're on land, there's no water to facilitate the process, they can't actually smoothly swallow the food. This is not food. Clop, do not bite me. Okay, this girl is a glutton. Actually, both of them are. Anyway, now that they've had their food, and I'm gonna have to change this water one more time so that it's completely clean when I put them back in again. I do sometimes brush their shells. Oh, clips over. I do sometimes brush their shells. Not with that kind of brush, but with a toothbrush. But super occasionally only, since it's not really required, but it's just to make sure that they're extra healthy. He's quite interested in my glove. While they can't eat food on land, they do bite sometimes. If they're threatened enough, they do bite. Anyway, time to bring both of these turtles out, clean the water, and then put them back in before moving them back to the spot where they usually are. Alright, they're back where they need to be, in this little corner of the room. They usually just sit here, but I would move them to over here where they can get some sunlight from the window here to this spot, and then I would also block this edge off with this plastic tub cover so that they can't actually crawl out from the stone that I provided them. I also do let them free roam from time to time, and if you can see, they dropped a few turtle scutes. Let me focus in on that. Scutes around this house. The ones in the corners I was too lazy to clean, but well, that just goes to show that they are growing. And yeah, that's about it for the turtles, but I still have one more pet with me here in my house. Yeah, let me go show you. Alright, next up we have Beepbop.my Mantis. Hello, can you look over here? Hello. Okay, I don't think it wants to look over. It's actually growing a little bit too big for its current enclosure. Optimally, you want to have an enclosure that's 3 times as long and 3 times as tall as the mantis itself. This one's just 3 times as tall. So I'm working on this tub. It's not as clear as this one, but it's a whole lot bigger. I'm gonna be punching some holes into this with a drill, and then putting some of these inside so that, well, on the cap at least, they will be hanging like this on top of the lid. And hopefully this will be big enough for Beepbop until it grows into adulthood. Anyway, I have especially prepared a cockroach for feeding Beepbop. This one's not frozen yet, so let's get to that. Alright, and we're back. It's not completely frozen to death, which is what I just wanted. It's just stunned from being frozen too much. Anyway, before we feed Beepbop, we have to get him into this bigger tub. So, alright, let's try this. Open this up. Do you want to climb in this, or do you want to climb on my hand, maybe? Finger? Psst, Beepbop. Beepbop. Do you wanna get over here? Bloop, 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 bloop. You can see his pupils just staring right at you. Well, it's true that mantids have compound eyes. Yeah. I don't know what the black dot represents. Oh, it's coming out. Do you want to climb on my finger? Alright. Come on, come on. Take your time, take your time. Take your time. Come on, take your time. Okay, never mind. Speed up just a little bit faster. I still need to feed you because the cockroach is up and about. This feels so weird, by the way, every time I do this. You want to climb onto the camera? Oh god. My stupid ass phone won't focus on the mantis now. It's climbing onto the phone. Oh no. Okay, it's on my phone now. You can't see it, but it was pretty cool. Anyway, you need to get in the bigger box, so. Okay, it finally got in the box. Now I'm not gonna close the lid just yet. Let me put up the light just a little bit. There we go. Here's the cockroach. I'm just gonna go ahead, dump it in. And then we're gonna watch a takedown. Hopefully the cockroach doesn't turn itself over because then it could run out like crazy. Actually, I have the lid ready in case the cockroach does flip itself over. Anyway, let's watch Beepbop do a takedown. By the way, I feed Beepbop every 3 to 4 days. The cockroach is usually about the size of its forearms, that length, when it's folded, not the entire length. Okay, whoops. Oh god. Right, the cockroach actually got itself up, but I think Beepbop actually got this one. Oh fudge, I missed the takedown. Gosh darn it, I missed the takedown. Yeah, would you look at that? Let's try to zoom in as much as possible. Oh, it's munching on a leg. Now, I'm told that you should be able to see the food go down its thorax. Oh yeah, can you see that? Here, I'll put a giant red blinking arrow to help you see it, but I think it's obvious. There's like a brown spot on its back that is slowly moving downwards, and that's technically the chunk of food that it's eating right now. That's pretty cool indeed. Maybe it's more obvious from the underside. Yeah, okay, you see that, right? There's like this brown line on the bottom of its belly moving downwards. That's the food going down its throat, apparently. That's so cool. Anyway, since I missed the takedown, I'll see if I can find some old clips of Beepbop taking down something, or maybe a time lapse, because I believe I actually have one of those. And yeah, I'll use that as other clips. Okay, that one is definitely very obvious. That black chunk just went straight down. Anyway, that'll be it, and till next time.